Diane in Denmark here. Welcome back. What we're going to do today, well, I'm all psyched up, probably because we've got beautiful sunshine in Denmark this morning. So I've been down for my morning swim, and I don't know if you saw the photos yesterday on Instagram. It was dreadful weather, felt like December. Today, complete change. We're down there, we're skinny dipping, yes, we're nude. And afterwards, we just sat there in the ladies' section outside, just as God made us, with a cup of tea, and I just feel rejuvenated with a bit of sunshine again. So anyway, I'm going to be working in Zone 1, Flylady Zone 1, which is the dining room, ta-da, and probably the entryway, the hall. I'm not expecting to find much to declutter in here, because that's the great thing about the Flylady system. We're just decluttering a little bit at a time in little chunks. We're just doing 15 minutes. When the 15 minutes is up, you get to go off and play. And once you've decluttered an area, it's really easy to maintain it. And that's the thing, it's never as bad as when you first declutter. It just gets easier and easier. So I'm not expecting to find much here. Remember, my channel here is not to say you must declutter this and organize your things in the way that we are all different. So if you don't like my way of storing my clothes or how I've organized my kitchen, all well and good, doesn't matter. All I want you to encourage you to do is to get off your, bahookie and do something with me. So even if you're not working on Zone 1, feel free to work in the garage. Just take me with you. I've been all over the place. I see it on Instagram that people take me, in the kitchen, and I'm on the bus, and I'm in all different places. Anyway, I've got a couple of bags here in case I find anything to give away, to donate, or to recycle or put in the rubbish. And make sure that you're dressed to shoes. I've got my indoor shoes on. And remember, if you are a new fly baby, I made a video yesterday, detailed cleaning. You're not doing detailed cleaning. Main thing is that you carry on with the 31 baby steps. I've put a link there. I hold your hand, lead you through those. And once you've done those, you can add in the weekly home blessing and just keep decluttering, because that makes it really much easier to clean. And then once you're further down the road, once you're feeling, like you've got control of things, that the routines are down pat, then you can add in some detailed cleaning or a mission, whatever you like. So anyway, I've been talking for almost 3 minutes, so let's get on. I'm going to start over here, so let me take you over. Right, not great for filming today because it is so bright, but you saw this cabinet yesterday that my Danish father-in-law built for us, actually when he was well into his 80s, and his hands were riddled with arthritis, so it's fantastic that he made this for us and painted it. And when I opened this yesterday, I actually noticed there was one of the glasses, can you see that? It's got a slight chip out of it. And I'm not going to serve anybody a gin and tonic in a glass that's got a chip in it. So, I could recycle this and, or upcycle it and put a little candle in it, a tea light, but I've got plenty of those, so this is going out. So there's nothing else there. And don't hold on to crockery that's chipped or cracked, get it out of there. You've got plenty of other nice stuff. Down here I have vases and carafes, ice buckets. That all stays in there. We use it when we've got guests, not on a daily basis, but it sits quite nicely in this cabinet. And you can see there it's got his date of birth, 1914. So there you go. Right, I'm moving over there. Let me just move you again. Now, you saw me decluttering this before. This is where we keep, our china and crockery that we use for entertaining. And, the Danish family, they gave us glasses, which you saw in the cupboard. The Scottish family gave us, silver cutlery. And our friends that we worked with in Luxembourg gave us a whole set of china from, I don't know if you know Villeroy Boch. Because my husband and I, that's where we met, in Luxembourg, so there's a little story to that. Anyway, there's nothing there that I'm going to declutter, because I know these things and use them on a regular basis. And I showed you before, I decluttered these drawers a couple of months ago. Nothing has changed. We've got the chess pieces in here now because nobody's playing chess at the moment, so I've put those away. And the rest are just extra coasters and placemats, pictures of the family that I kind of move round from month to month, and items, you know, for opening wine bottles, beer bottles, and something. Okay, this is a bit of a funny thing. Let me sit down and tell you. Okay, when my Danish best friends and I, at Christmas we always have this tradition of making Christmas crafts together. And my friend, she takes books from the book exchange. You've probably seen it on Instagram. You know, we have book exchanges around here where they're on the street, you can hand books in and take some out. She does a lot of paper crafts, so she takes a lot of the old books, not to read, but, you know, to do nice paper crafts. And here we were sitting making, you know, cutting out hearts and making cards with, you know, pages from a book, and, you know, it looks beautiful and folded. And I started, you know, just by accident looking, you know, at what was written on the pages, and it turned out to be this kind of half pornographic book from like the 1920s. And my friend, she had made these, you know, decorations to sell, you know, for charity. And so we were kind of looking to see, you know, was there anything dreadful on the pages? But anyway, I've kept one of the pages because it was just so funny. And so now whenever we're doing our Christmas decorations, I kind of take this out to remind us, you know, sometimes you've got to look twice at what you are dealing with. So anyway, I'm going to put that back. I hope you didn't see anything. It's all in Danish anyway, and it wasn't that bad, but it was a bit hot and steamy. So nothing to declutter in here, but I'm going to move into the hall because I know I've got stuff there, so just hold on. Okay, I'm in the hall. You've seen this before. This is where we keep our shoes. When we come in to the house in Denmark, you take off your shoes and you put on slippers, indoor shoes, or just in your stocking feet. I'll get the kids and my husband to do their baskets, so I can see these flip-flops of my daughters. They can immediately go down the stairs. This can be put away. And now my own basket. Okay, well, definitely ballerinas. I am not going to be wearing those anytime soon, so those can be put away. Another pair of ballerinas. Okay, I think the rest, you've seen these. If you're following me on Instagram and see my outfits, you will know I have like just 2 pairs of boots for the autumn, you know, my black ones or my beige ones. I've also got some long ones, but they're not kept here. Right, and these are my black indoor shoes, which you've seen before, and a pair of, one other pair that can stay here. So actually that's fine. It's always nice to have a bit more space, so that's good. Okay, now I shall have a look at the coats in the hall cupboard, see if I can find anything there that can go out or put away. Okay. You thought I had a lot of jackets, I also have a lot of coats. Okay, this is a summer weight one. It's not heavy enough now, so that goes away. Oh, and you also notice, I told you this before, I always go for the same style of things, because we like to wear a lot of, or I like to wear a lot of big woolly scarves. That's a keeper. I wore that this morning when we biked down to the sea. This one I love. I bought it for a special occasion a few years back, but it's 3/4. It's quite heavy, but it's not suitable for winter. So that's going down into storage. But before I do that, I'll just check. Haha, snotty hanky. There's always a snotty hanky, so that will go in the bin. Where's the other pocket? Okay. Right, snotty hanky for the bin. And this one, actually, I showed you when I was doing a declutter of my overcoats the other day. And I wore it because it was raining the other day. And actually, I realise why I don't wear it now, because I don't actually like it when it's done up with the buttons and the neck just doesn't sit right. So actually this one is going to go to the clothes swap. So go me, hooray, another one I've decluttered. Right, so that's a giveaway. That's the good thing when you start wearing things you haven't worn for a while. Sometimes you can think, oh, I can make a new outfit. And other times you realise there's a reason I haven't been wearing it, because it just doesn't fit or doesn't look right, or you just don't like it. Anyway, I've gained another coat hanger. Right, so this one can go back. Right, where's the next lot? Oh, here we are. Let me just settle down. Okay. This one is my not autumn, it's more of a spring weight. It looks like the grey one, the fuzzy one that just go away. That one's going to go away. Yay, got me, no snotty hanky in that one. This is a jacket, it's not mine. My daughter decluttered it, and this colour doesn't suit me, but it's actually really good for doing the gardening. So I'm either going to keep it here with my welly boots, or we'll go to our summer house in Sweden, because that way I don't get messy when I'm gardening. So that one will be. This one you saw before, I wore this the other day. And look, all my coats have the same shape. Here's a red one that I like wearing in the winter. So those can stay. Right, and I think I've just got 2 left. I know I have a lot. It's falling down. Okay. Oh, right. This is my raincoat, a really good raincoat. I wear that a lot. So that will stay. I've got 2 in one hanger. Okay, this is a spring summer one, which I like. It was actually my daughter's, and then she didn't want it anymore, so I really like it, so I'm going to keep that. How much are we? Okay, we're all right for time. That one I'm going to wash before I put it away. And the last one is not a fancy raincoat, but it's one which is from a sports scouting shop, and the make is called Bergens from Norway, and it cost an arm and a leg, but I've had it for I don't know how many years, and it's one of those that is impregnable. The rain does not come through it. So this is fantastic when I am cycling on my bike in the winter. I wear it with a fleece underneath, and it's got one of the zips that you can zip that way and the other way, so I can get my leg over the bike. And it is absolutely rainproof. So sometimes it's worth just buying a really good Mac that works. And also it's got a hood which folds away in the collar, and it's got a belt, so it doesn't look that, I don't like sporty clothes, I'm not a sporty type. So this is definitely a keeper. My husband has the same, obviously not the same model, but he's got one from Bergens as well, and they are fantastic, but they cost a fortune. But yeah, sports equipment does. Right, that is it for me. So I think I'm just going to finish up here because I've been going for almost 15 minutes. So I got one item, which is going to the clothes swap. Some of the shoes are going away for the winter, and some of the coats as well. And I've now got a gardening jacket and a snotty hanky for the bin and a glass. But don't worry sometimes if you don't feel like you haven't actually decluttered much. It's just getting things in the right places. When you're decluttering, you'll often find things and think, hold on, that doesn't belong there, that belongs somewhere else. And then when we begin to get things together, like you saw with my coats, when I can see them all in the one place, it makes it easier to get rid of them. So anyway, that's it for me. My plumbers are hopefully arriving very soon. Hope you got some decluttering done. Remember, just pat yourself on the back. Just do 15 minutes at a time. Don't look at the whole picture. You know, I'm not doing the whole cupboard, but I've got a bit more space in there now. And the other thing that I will be looking at this week is my scarves. Here goes timer. My scarves and gloves, because it really is getting chilly here. I'm now wearing my gloves in the morning, and I'll be wearing my woolly hat soon and my earmuffs. So it's just nice to always kind of be a step ahead. Yeah, so that's all it is. So anyway, Diane in Denmark, have a fantastic day. Hope the sun's shining where you are, and please send us some heat. And I shall see you very soon. Okay, live long and prosper, and bye for now.